So a very good afternoon to all of you. Hope you are all fine at your places. Today again I am here with you, the continuation part of the another generating station that we had started a few days back. We were discussed about the generating stations, how the power will be generated in generating station, and you all are discussed that in any of the generating station, the one form of energy is converted into the electrical energy. In our previous lectures, we were discussed about hydroelectric power plant, in which you've seen the hydro energy is converted into electrical energy. After that, we were discussed about thermal power plant, and you see in case of a thermal power plant how the coal energy get converted into the electrical energy. In both the plants that we were discussed earlier, we are all discussed about the advantages, the disadvantages of these power plants, the site specifications, the running cost, the maintenance cost, and all that. Now the continuation part of the generating station. Now today we are discussed one more generating station. That generating station is called as nuclear power plant. The principle behind this power plant is also same. Now again in this power plant, what will happen? One form of energy is converted into the electrical energy. But in case of this nuclear power plant, we are basically used a nuclear fuel, and nuclear fuel is a fuel which is a radioactive in nature. For example, you have uranium, you have thorium. These are the elements which are found in our earth crust, and these are basically the radioactive elements. And these radioactive elements, as we all know, produces radioactive rays, and this type of materials or this type of elements have abundant amount of energy present in them. So we are using this energy in order to convert this energy into electrical energy. We are here use fission process as well as some fusion process, in which the stored energy of the nuclear is converted into electrical energy. Now in this lecture you can see how a nuclear energy can be converted into the electrical energy, and what are the various advantages and the disadvantages of this nuclear power plant. Again we are discussing what are the site specifications for selecting the nuclear power plant, and what is the working operation and the working principle of nuclear power plant, and what is the schematic diagram of this nuclear power plant. Now before discussing this nuclear power plant, what did this mean by this nuclear power plant? A nuclear power plant is a thermal power station in which heat source is nuclear reactor. As it is a typical of thermal power station, heat is used to generate the steam that drives the steam turbine, connects to the generator, and produces electricity. So you can say that a nuclear power plant is something like same as thermal power plant, but only difference in thermal power plant and a nuclear power plant is that in case of thermal power plant, the fuel that we are used for generation of electricity is coal, and this coal is non-radioactive in nature. The coal does not affect the life of the human being or another specimens directly. But in case of a nuclear power plant, only we can change the fuel. In case of nuclear power plant, we are using a radioactive material like uranium, and these radioactive materials are basically the materials which exposed or which radiate certain radioactive rays, which will very harmful for human being as well as another living specimens. So one of the most you can say that disadvantage of this nuclear power plant, that the rays that are emitted by this nuclear power plant in which we are using a nuclear fuel is very, very dangerous to the human life. So in order to save a human life, firstly, this type of nuclear power plant are installed in that places which are very far away from the populated area. Number two, the reaction which involves. So a second thing that I have told you, that the reaction which take place in nuclear power plant, which is ultimately responsible for the generation of electricity, is placed in a nuclear reactor. And this nuclear reactor, you will see in our video also, in our specifications, in our slides also, this nuclear reactor is surrounded by a thick walls of some concrete material, so that there is a least chances to expose the rays out of this reactor. Ultimately, this nuclear energy can be used to evaporate, or you can say that to convert the water into the steam. And after that, high pressure steam is strike to the turbine, that is a steam turbine, which is coupled with the alternator, and hence the alternator start producing electricity. So this is all about the working principle of this nuclear power plant, how this nuclear power plant will work. Here, one of the most, I can say, the advantage of this nuclear power plant is this: a very few amount of fuel is required to generate a tremendous amount of electrical energy as compared to the thermal power plant. But if I say your running cost is very, very low, but your maintenance cost, your erection cost in case of nuclear power plant is very, very high. This nuclear power plant is installed or erected in a particular area which is away from thick population, which does not affect any human being. So again, a nuclear power plants are the type of power plant that uses the process of nuclear fission in order to generate electricity. They do this by using nuclear reactors in combination with the Rankine cycle, where the heat generated by the reactor converts water into steam, which spins or rotates the turbine and hence the generator, and ultimately electricity will be generated. Nuclear power provides world with around 11% of total electricity, which is the largest producers being in United States and France. So this is all about the nuclear power plant. Now, this is the figure, or you can say that the schematic diagram of this nuclear power plant. And you see in this nuclear power plant, there are basically the three main things. Just like in case of a thermal power plant, there are four main things, that is coal and ash handling plant, water flow, generator house or a powerhouse, and air gases flow. Now here we have, this is the called as the nuclear reactor. All the reactions regarding to the nuclear fuel, that is a fission reaction, the control reactions, are all used in this reactor. This is a powerhouse where the steam that generated with the water is used to run the turbine, and this turbine is coupled with the alternator, and this alternator generates the electricity. And after that, this electricity will step up by using a step of transformers. So this electricity that generate with the help of the generator is step up with the help of this step up transformers, and after that it will be transmitted and distributed. And one of the most important thing where we can use in case of a nuclear power plant is basically a cooling tower. Now, what is the function of all these nuclear reactor, the cooling tower, I will discuss in my later slides. So this is basically the schematic diagram of any of the nuclear power plant. Now you see one animation video or animation slide. Here you've seen how a nuclear power plant can generate electricity. You can see on the left hand side, we have a contaminated structure, and this contaminated structure, in between this contaminated structure, there is a most important equipment, or you can say that the thing that is called as the nuclear reactor. In a nuclear reactor, there are certain nuclear fuel. That nuclear fuel is the isotopes of the uranium, and these isotopes of the uranium can be used to generate the electricity. And you all know that this process of generation of electricity is done with the help of nuclear fission process. And you all know that once this nuclear energy will start generating, if you not control this energy, ultimately the chain reaction will involve, and which will lead to certain hazards. So in order to control this energy, or in order to control this reaction, we are dipping some control rods. These control rods basically are the antibodies which ultimately slow down the reaction which are involved in nuclear reactor. After that, you can see a condenser is used, a feed water pump is used, and these feed water pumps feed the water inside the reactor vessel. Water is evaporated, it will becomes as steam. Now the steam is passing through the steam turbine, and this steam turbine starts rotating, and after that this turbine is coupled with the generator, and generator ultimately starts rotating. So when generator starts rotating, electricity will generate it, and now you can see this electricity will be transmitted with the help of this transmission tower by using transmission lines, and ultimately on the center you have a house or some industry, it can be illuminated. So here, this is the whole schematic diagram by the virtue of which you can get an idea how this electrical energy is generated in case of a nuclear power plant. So anybody having any doubt up till stage, he or she can ask me, or otherwise I will continue. Yeah, anybody having any doubt?
No, sir.
Shall I continue next?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So I will put one video for you people regarding the overview of the nuclear power plant. You can get an idea how this nuclear power plant actually works. You can watch this video and you get a concept behind the overview of the nuclear power plant. Watch this video carefully.
Nuclear power plants are thermal power stations which generate electrical energy from heat. They consist of numerous buildings and facilities, the most important of which are as follows. The turbine building houses several turbines as well as the generator necessary for electrical power generation. The containment building where the nuclear reactor is housed is made of meter-thick reinforced concrete. Inside this building, nuclear reactions take place where water is heated up. The cooling tower, which can be as tall as 200 meters, is where hot water is cooled. In order to easily understand the underlying principles, the following is a description of the most important components of a nuclear power plant that uses a pressurized water reactor, PWR. In the reactor pressure vessel, the nuclear reaction and the associated release of thermal energy takes place. In a pressurized water reactor, as in this case, the reactor pressure vessel stands about 12 meters tall. The walls are about 25 centimeters thick. Inside is where the fuel assemblies can be found. In pressurized water reactors, about 150 such assemblies are installed. A single fuel assembly is composed of many fuel rods. A fuel rod is about 5 meters in length and has a diameter of about 23 centimeters. The actual nuclear fuel is found inside of each fuel rod. Small nuclear fuel pellets composed of enriched uranium or plutonium make nuclear fission chain reaction possible. In the fission chain reaction, thermal energy is released. Water is needed in order to absorb the thermal energy and keep the chain reaction going. Inside the vessel, the water is heated to over 570 degrees Fahrenheit. The water does not boil, however, since the pressurizer maintains the water pressure constant at around 160 bars. The heated water is eventually pumped to a heat exchanger, also called steam generator,